Hey y'all, I wanted to make a quick video because I've been getting a lot of comments, questions about what it's like to read tarot cards, how I learned and all of that. Um, so, how I learned how to do it. In my last video called Late Night Confessions, I said that I was just kind of in a place where there was a lot happening in my life and I just needed something to resort to. I needed answers. I'm drinking my glass of wine. I'm done working, okay? I needed answers. So I started watching these videos on YouTube, and I'm just like, oh my god, these people are so on point. And some of you already know this. So I literally, after a while of watching it, once I saw readers pull out, certain cards, I'm like, oh, I already know what that means. Oh, I already know what that means. There'd be certain readers that like I would, I would see their spread, and I'm just like, yo, that spread is exactly what I'm going through, but they just didn't describe it the way that I'm going through it. And I'm like, you know what? This is something I want to try because I would see people, and at that time, it's like I felt like I knew the meanings just by watching these videos so much. So I bought my own deck of cards, and I just started doing readings for people. I did readings on myself. It was me and my Capricorn best friend that her and I would just FaceTime every day and just read one another, and we would look up meanings, the reversals, and all of that. And it takes quite a while, but the way I did it, and I want to show you guys. So I bought myself this little notebook, right? Now in the back of it, I'm like, this is like the most organized I've ever been in my life, surprisingly. So I wrote down every single card, okay? And then on the back of it, I did the reversals as well. So say I'm doing like a reading for somebody. What I would do is, for that reading, you see how it's past, present, and future here? I would write down every single card. And next to it, you see a page number, okay? So what I would do is, to interpret that reading, I wrote everything out. All right, so I wrote what every card means, and then I numbered all the pages on the bottom. And then in the back, anytime something came up that I didn't know, I did, okay, what's this card again? Go to my index, go to that page. Ah, okay, this is what it means. So just doing it repetitively and repetitively, you get it. Now, is there a gift to tarot? I don't know. People tell me I have a gift. I honestly see it as just reading a story. But I don't know, maybe it's a gift, because I found that, especially me wanting to move out, I always said to you guys, like, oh, when I move out, I'll be able to do so many more readings throughout the day. Like, I'll be able to knock more out, and you guys can get your readings much faster. But what I found, like today especially, where I started working, early this morning, and, I finished maybe 10 hours later, and I'm nowhere near done with a lot of stuff that I have to do. And it's like I wanted to do more, but emotionally and even physically, I feel drained right now. So this is something that, if you get serious about it, it is going to drain you, because you're getting, lots of messages, and the people who you're reading, if this is something that, again, that you really want to get serious about, um, you're going to see, and feel different things for people. I remember I was doing a reading for somebody, and it was at a time in my life that I was so happy, and I'm still happy now, but like particularly that day, I was really happy about a lot of things going on. And the person who I was reading, it was just a very heavy reading. And so as I'm reading, I just start crying hysterically. And I'm just like, I'm so sorry that I'm crying. And I'm like crying during this reading. And it's just like, you feel that. You really, really do feel that. So that's something that you definitely have to keep in mind. For those who are interested in doing tarot, it's definitely something that's rewarding, because you really get to help people and you really get to dig deep. But just understand that there's a huge responsibility that comes with it as well, because these are people who are depending on you to let them know what's up, to let them know what's going on in their lives, to let them know that, your husband just cheated on you with your sister, like crazy shit like that. So you see a lot of stuff like that. So you are going to be the bearer of bad news. You're going to be the bearer of good news as well. And it's up to you if you want to be that person in other people's lives. Now, for me, I find that it's definitely a blessing. And, I've always grown up saying I want to be myself when I grow up, but I also want to help people. I don't want a 9 to 5. I don't, because everyone's like, oh, well, I want to be a lawyer. Oh, well, I want to be a CEO. Oh, well, I'm like, well, I don't want a boss. So that's, one of the main reasons I did this, because I'm my own boss and I can do my own thing, and I'm home and I'm just able to help people in the readings. So that's a blessing to me. But just know that shit does get heavy sometimes, and as you get more serious with tarot, a lot of weird shit does start happening with you. If you're really into your spirituality like that, you start opening yourself up to that, that fourth and fifth dimension. So you have to be strong enough to handle that. It's not just reading, pretty pictures in a book. There's going to be weird shit that happens that you have no explanation for. So you need to be in a place that you're able to battle that and that you're prepared for things like that to happen. So if it's something that you want to get into, I don't want you guys to just think, it's fun and games and just shuffling cards and like doing stuff. It's not. There's a lot more that goes into it. I've had a lot of critics say, you're a con artist. And my response to that is, let me read your cards. And let's see who's the con artist. I'm not here to take anyone's money. And trust me, there's been people that I refund their money because I just don't, if it's something I don't feel comfortable doing, I won't do it. So like I've told you guys in the past, I want to keep tarot as light as possible. So if I'm asked to look into things that has nothing to do with you, that's why I won't do it, because I feel that there are spirit guides and there are, spirits that help you get the answers and to be able to tell the story in a certain way. And I feel that when you start snooping and you start looking into people's lives, that has nothing to do with the querent, and the querent is the person who's asking. So if you're asking me for a reading, you are the querent. So it's just like, if that person is saying to me, whatever happened to my ex-boyfriend? Like, when is he going to break up with his girl? Or, what did he do last Friday? Like, that sort of thing. If it has nothing to do with you, like you guys have been apart for a while, like he's not even yours to check up on, I won't do it. Because I wouldn't want anyone to check up on me. Because I'm single and I can do whatever the fuck I want. So things like that I don't feel is morally right, I just don't do it. Okay? And I do this to protect you guys as well. Because, I know you'd be upset if someone, paid for a reading and, I just spill out your life to them. And it's like they had no business knowing that. And so I do it for privacy reasons. And then I think that's crossing a moral line for me. So I don't like looking into things like that. So it's all in how you do it. I try to keep everything very, very light. And, I have been told before that things will get heavy as I keep going on with this journey. Now, will I continue? I want to say yes, that I'm prepared to continue this. But if things ever got really, really heavy, I don't know. Yeah, I've always, even just talking to my mom about it, and as you guys know, that's why I had to move out, because she gave me an ultimatum, like, stop this or move. So I moved. She's saying, like, you got to be ready for shit. Like, it's not easy stuff, and I have her constantly praying over me and stuff like that. But if you're not okay with having weird things happen around you, and growing in your spirituality, hi honey, and growing in your spirituality and stuff like that, then I don't suggest that you do it. It's not just fun and games. There's a lot more that happens with it, and it's exhausting. It's really, really draining sometimes. And there's days that I want to do a lot more than what I was able to do, but there's certain days I literally do a reading or two and I'm like, I can't anymore. I can't. So, I always tell people 2 to 4 days, but sometimes people get anxious when it gets to like that third or fourth day, and I totally get that, because you want to know what's going on in your life. But just keep in mind that this isn't just something that I can just whip out readings, like 1,000 readings at a time. I can't. I wish I could, but I can't. It physically drains me. So, yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you. A lot of people have been asking. If it's something that you want to get into, definitely just go for it. Grab a deck of cards and learn. Do what you got to do. But just know that there's a lot more that comes to it with just reading pretty pictures on cards. Okay? So you're putting yourself in a position that people are going to trust you. And you have to be trustworthy, and you have to have a certain type of integrity. And me personally, I like to keep things, like I said, super, super, super light, as moral as possible, because I just don't want to go to sleep with any heavy burdens over me. But it's something that I love to do, and those who have been following me and, subscribing, sharing, sending me emails, telling me, how the readings have resonated, I really, really appreciate that. But, yeah, that's my take on it. If it's something you want to do, then go for it. But there are pros and there's cons of doing tarot, and it's something that you have to be prepared for. And a lot of people say that they're prepared for it, but I don't think they truly realize what that means. So just make sure that you're in a position that you're able to battle other things that are coming at you, because it's not worldly things that we see every day. So just be ready for that, and it's gonna happen sometimes, but you have to be strong enough to handle it. So I love you guys, and if you have any questions or concerns, just drop them in the comments. I'll help you as best as I can. I'm actually not that, I haven't been doing tarot for too long, so it's just something that I get, and to me it's just like reading a book, and it's fucking fascinating to me, and I love that I'm, able to do this. But if you guys have anything that you need from me that I can, that's within means that I can help you with, I'm more than happy to help you. And then that's pretty much it. For those of you that have been getting personal readings from me, I do thank you, and I thank you for confiding in me and trusting me with what's going on, because I know it's been very, very sensitive topics that, I help you guys with, and I'm happy to do it. And just know, without you guys, I am nothing, because you guys, literally, you give me the mojo to get up. You give me the support that I need in order to get through my day, and this is all for you guys. Okay? I love you guys, and take care.